Okay, who is ready for some eye makeup? Okay, I'm gonna do this a little non-traditionally because most of the time, I would say that a big percentage of us grew up thinking, I do my face and then I do my eye makeup, or I would do my face, my blush, my eyes, and then I do my lips last, okay, right? But I'm gonna teach you a little trick that'll save you some headaches when it comes to eyeshadows and doing a little darker whatever, okay? We're gonna actually do our eyes first. And if you go to some cosmetic counters, which you guys aren't gonna need to do anymore because you're gonna order your Savvy, but in the past, if you've ever gone to any makeup counters, a lot of times if they do your makeup, they will do it like this because it keeps you from getting fallout, which is like when it gets on down here on your cheeks, when you're doing your eyeshadow and things. It keeps you from getting that on your actual face that's already done, and then you got to clean it up and reapply and do all this stuff. It's just a lot easier, okay? So if you'll bear with me a little bit, I'm actually using, this is my cell phone I'm videoing on, so I'm actually using you guys as my mirror too. So I'm gonna do this in the actual video and you'll be able to see. I'm gonna do a darker shadow, like more fancy pancakes, kind of, you know, I'm going out and I'm having fun and I wanna have heavier makeup on this side. On this side, I'm gonna do just kind of a traditional, everyday look that you could use whenever, and then you can build on it to make it more, you know, whatever, extra if you want, okay? So this is gonna be like normal every day. I'm a mom of kids and I have things to do kind of a thing, and this is gonna be a little bit more like, well, I got a few more minutes to take my time and do a little extra, okay? So that's what we're gonna start with. What I'm gonna use today is I'm actually gonna use our brand new beautiful palette. Oh, look at that. That's kind of a funky thing right there, right? Let me do this. So I'm going to use our brand new palette that was just released at convention. It is gorgeous, easy to travel with, and the colors are awesome. They're super pigmented. If you want any more information about this palette, I've got a little sheet here. It's going to show you, like, look how fun the instructions are. So I'm kind of going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it in like real life because sometimes these pictures, they don't really do the real thing, right? So here's the colors. I'm going to read them off of here because they're so tiny on the palette. Ambition is the dark color. Timeless is the purple type color. Elegant is a lot like Determined, which is like a neutral brown, a little darker. Chic is like a pinky neutral, and then Charm is going to be like your all over kind of just base color, okay? So this is palette number 1, which if you use your context clues here, hopefully that means we're gonna get a number 2, number 3, number 4, or whatever, right? So that'll be really fun. But for now, I think they did a great job with these colors because they are easy to use for different situations, okay? Now, remember I said I don't always have all my Savvy brushes, but that's okay. You use what works for you, and that's okay. So I'm gonna use on both sides, I'm actually gonna use the same base. So I'm gonna use the first color, which is this one right here. And I'm gonna go all over my eye, and you guys do not have to be neat about this. It's really fine. And if you use your primer, which we're gonna talk about in just a second, you can use your primer over your eyelids, but sometimes it can give you creases, okay? So you don't need to do that. So you can just be messy with this, and it doesn't matter. You don't have to be an expert, okay, to use eyeshadow all over your eyes. Now, I also want to tell you, I'm gonna do my makeup, and it's gonna look a certain way on me because my eyes are a certain shape, they're a certain color, you know, my nose is a certain way. Like, all these things are unique to me, right? So if you do your makeup and it doesn't look exactly like mine, it's okay. Totally fine, okay? You're gonna have, some people have more hooded eyelids, some people have more, you know, round shapes, some people have different eyebrows. I work really hard on my eyebrows to look like this, you guys. So you may have more straight eyebrows, you may have a little more hook in yours. That's okay. I just want you guys to get the basic concept and know that this isn't hard. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to be scared of the colors because you haven't seen them in person. All the excuses, just take them away, okay? Just take them away. We're gonna just have fun, okay? So you saw I put that all over. And then I'm gonna do the next color, which is this, pink, right? I'm gonna do that just right here on my eyes. So you can see like how pigmented and how good these colors are. And look, I'm using my fingers, y'all. You don't have to have expert brushes. You don't have to have all the things. It's really fine. And if that, you know, looks like it's too much, just use your fingers, y'all. It's not a big deal, okay? So I'm going to put that all over my eyes, and I'm just going along what, like, I'm feeling my eyeball, okay? Does that make sense? Like I'm going on the top of my eyeball. All right, I'm going to do a little darker over here just because this eye is going to be more glam, right? We hope. So yeah, you can kind of see. So I'm actually going to stop on this side with the eyeshadows. So I'm just going to leave it like that because it's just two colors. It's fun, whatever, okay? So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do more of these colors on this side, okay? So I'm going to skip the little bit darker brown and I'm going to move to the purple because I just want to have fun with it, okay? So I'm going to go in here with the purple. And I'm not, like, I don't have a picture in mind of like, what should my eye look like? I'm just playing and having fun. I would say this brush is really fun. This is a fan brush. You can get this. This is probably, oh yeah, it's ELF, ELF from Target probably. It was probably $1. And it helps to just like get all this excess off your eye, okay? You can also take your finger and you can go in here too. It'll make it darker. Look, see how good this is? How good these the eyeshadows are. They're awesome. So I just wanted a little extra in that part of my eye, and then I can just wipe off what I don't want. No big deal, right? Okay. Then again, remember I said I'm just going to stop with this one because we're going to do a little bit of liner, but nothing crazy. And then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to get this darker brown color, and I'm going to go in my crease. Okay. So you see how I'm like rolling my brush so it'll get in there? I gotta go a little extra. I knocked it all off. I'm gonna go in here. And this is just gonna make it look dramatic. I could always put the purple out here too if I really wanted to. So depending on what I'm wearing, I can always put the purple on the outside too. I'm just gonna connect the brown and the purple. And I'm going against my eyeball. So I'm like using the shape, like I know this is gonna look gross. But see, right here is where my eyeball is. So I'm using this brush to go in there. If I want to use my finger, I can do it. Go right here. If I want to use my finger, because that's easier for me, y'all, just do it. Go for it. It's totally fine, right? So I know it's going to look kind of funky, but you know, I'm trying to use this as my mirror. So, and then I'm going to go back to my fan brush and we're going to like get all this excess off here. So you can go super dramatic with this if you want. Like you could use the darker. I'm going to use that as my eyeliner. So you can use that if you want. You can use the purple. That's why this palette is so cool because you can do tons of good stuff with it, right? All right. So now I'm going to go take this guy right here. This is your Savvy Misting Spray. It's the jam. And I'm going to give all the credit to Bethany Lowry, and she's the one that taught me this trick. So you take your cap, spray a spray in your cap, and you see you got a little puddle in there. So then that makes it easy to wet your brushes. How cool is that? And then you don't waste any of your misting spray. So I'm going to wet my brush. And this is an angled brush. This is exactly like your Savvy brush, your Savvy eyeliner brush. Okay, you see this? The only reason I'm not using this right this second is because this is my brush that I've had for about 1,000,000 years, and I'm just used to it. That's it. That's the only reason. Okay, this brush is just as good. This is just the one I'm used to. Okay, an angled brush is really easy to use for your eyeliner, your powder eyeliner, because it's got the angle and you can like turn it this way and turn it this way, and it just helps you get more precise without you having to like pull on your eye. Because you can pull on your eye and that's fine, but pulling on your eye is going to eventually lead to a lot of sagging. I'm just being real with you. And you know what? We're all in the habit of doing it sometimes. So I'm going to use this, and it's like a smoky gray. It looks like in the palette, but it really comes out like a navy on your eyes. So I'm just going to do this and see how I'm just coloring. I know Erin did a video the other day of her smoky eye. And she's right when she said you just kind of brush it on like this. And it really doesn't have to be something that makes you nervous. If you don't have a steady hand, it's going to be a little harder, but that's okay. Just keep practicing. Like, just take a minute to practice, and then when you do really need to do it, then it's not as big of a deal, right? Like, you can take 10 minutes for yourself. You're worth it. It's okay. Lock your kids out of the bathroom. Tell them you're busy. And just do it. All right, so you could do it like this. It's totally fine. You can leave it like this, or you can make little wings. I love to make little fun wings on my eyes, and then we're going to go back and kind of make it smoky a little bit. I don't normally wear eyeliner underneath my eye, but you could totally do that. You can do a little line underneath if you want. I don't do a whole lot of that because I think it closes my eyes in, but that's my eye shape, okay? You do you. So I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to make myself a little wing, okay? So see why the angled brush is good? Because it helps you be really precise and not be crazy, okay? So that's how you do the little wing on your eyeshadow. Easy peasy, right? I just use my angled brush. It's not talent. It's not because I'm like a super expert makeup artist. It's because I use good tools. Make sense? All right, so that is that part. Now, if you want to do a little, you know, extra, like you want to make it a little more smoky, you can absolutely go back with your same color and another brush. And actually, oh no, I'm going to use that for my lips later. Let's not do that. Let's not put that in the dark. So you can go back over this and make it more, like, see, I'm just spreading it out. So you can absolutely do that if you just want it to be a little more like extreme or dark. And you can also go in here and do that same thing if you want to go under more. Okay, so that's how you do more dramatic eyeliner. If we just want to do, a tiny little bit over here on this other eye, I'm going to use my other brush. This is why it's good to have multiple brushes, because then you don't have to clean them all off and make them look perfect. So I'm just dipping my Savvy brush into this darker brown, and I'm just going to give myself a little bit, like a tiny little bit of eyeliner. And you don't even have to go over your whole eye, you guys. You can stop in the middle and it'll still give you like kind of a fun look, and still be neutral and be fun. Okay. You can also use your multitasker for this. We just introduced a couple more colors in your multitasker. I think I got my brush too wet, y'all. That happens too. It's okay. Sometimes we make mistakes. We just have to go back and fix them. That's the beauty of makeup, is that you can always start over and it's no big deal, right? So you can also use a brush to do the same thing. Where's my little brush I just used? Right here. You can also go through and just do a little bit. So then it just gives you a little bit. But you can see now the difference. I'll cover this eye before I even have mascara on. And then this, it's just neutral. Like, I just put a little eyeshadow on because I feel like it. Okay. So let me do my mascara, because now, dun, 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 where am I? Oh, there it is. We have Savvy Minerals mascara, right? So, and then our multitaskers we did do in several different new colors now, which is awesome. So now you blondes have a little lighter color that you can work with, and us girls that have like dark eyebrows, we can still use the regular multitasker. I personally do not use anything to fill in my eyebrows because it took me a really long time to get my huge, big caterpillar. Like, y'all, I had like the big, they connected in the middle, like had all of this action. And even if it's in style to have bigger eyebrows, that's just not my style. So don't let anybody be the boss of your makeup. If you want to rock thin eyebrows, just rock them. Okay. Like, whatever makes you feel good, do it. So personally, I use just an eyebrow. I call it glue. It's not really glue. And I really would love for Savvy to come out with this, because now I'm using like store brand that who knows what it has in it. Let's just ignore that for a second. But this is what I do with my eyebrows. So you can also use like jojoba oil for this. You could use other things, but this just comes in like a little thing and I'm used to it, right? So this is what I'm doing for now. Now I could go back in, because this is kind of thin. I could go back in and make myself have bigger eyebrows, and I might do that for you guys for the finished look. But for now, not going to do it. This is just my eyebrows, and this is what I like. So, all right. So here's our Savvy mascara. And I don't care if you don't use any other makeup on your whole face except for lip balm. You really should use mascara. And here's why. Because it just opens up your eyes, and it shows off your smile better when you smile. I'm just going to say that, okay? Because a lot of times, that's all you need is a little bit of mascara, and you're good. So this brush has a little twist to it. You can kind of see how it looks a little funky. so that it kind of pulls your eyelashes up a little bit. And then you can also make your eyelashes look longer if you'd like, by using the veil. So you can use the Diamond Dust or the regular just powder veil. Just put a little bit with a brush on your eyelashes before your mascara dries, and then you can do an extra little look. So personally, I think eyelashes that are too long look like big spider legs. So I'm just saying, not naming any names, but y'all have seen all those pictures out there, right? Where it's like, look how awesome my eyelashes are with all this huge mascara on. They look like tarantulas. No thanks, I'm good. So there's my eyes. Okay, I haven't done anything else on my face with makeup. So we're going to do that next. But that's it, you guys. There wasn't anything complicated about that. You can practice. You can make it more dramatic. You can make it less dramatic. You do what you want. You do what makes you feel comfortable, and practice. It's okay. If you don't know how to use makeup right this second, there's not a test that doesn't get you into heaven, whether your eyes look good or not. So don't worry about it. Okay. Just do what makes you feel comfortable and what works for your schedule and your life and your day. Okay. But I will say makeup is kind of fun. If you'll let it be fun and don't stress about it. So let's move on to, we're going to do face next. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you have any questions or comments, just put them down under here and we'll answer those for you. Okay.